I'm so happy that you came to Grow with Miss Nancy this week. We're going to talk about what happens when you've done something wrong. When you did something and now, oh my goodness sakes, I'm so sad I did that. And I have to live with the consequences. Have you ever done something like that? Have you ever done something that, oh my, I wish I hadn't done it, but now I can't change it? My granddaughter did that one time. We were going for the 4th of July to go camping, and she was at our house, and her sister was there with her, and Mr. Joe and I were packing everything up, getting ready to go. We couldn't find Katie. We couldn't find Katie. We knew she was there in the house, but we couldn't find Katie. And when we did, we found that she had gone behind the couch with a pair of scissors and cut her hair off. She said she wanted to look like her mama. Oh my goodness sakes. She looked like a boy. She was crying. She was so upset. But she'd done it. You can't glue your hair back on. What you look like is what you look like. Well, we took her to the beauty shop and they tried to fix it best they could, but she just had to wait until it grew out. And of course, every time when she and her sister were with us and they met somebody, her little sister would say, well, she's really a girl. She just cut her hair and looks like a boy. And that made her feel worse. You know, sometimes we do things that we wish we didn't do. And you know what? The same was of God's people, the people of Israel. They would do right for a while and then they would do wrong. And when they would do wrong, they would do really wrong. And unfortunately, they'd get into big trouble. And the prophet Jeremiah was one that God was speaking to during his lifetime. And one time he said, Jeremiah, I want you to go down to the potter shop and I want you to watch him making pots. And there was that potter. And he was working the clay, and he was working the clay, and he was making it. And he was making a pot, and he didn't like it. And he just said, ugh, that looks terrible. I'm going to start all over again. And he did. And God said to Jeremiah, you know what? Sometimes when a nation, not just one person, but a nation, a group of people, when they all do wrong, I plan to punish them. But then they may suddenly realize that they've done wrong and turn around and do right. And I change my mind and I don't punish them. And sometimes when a nation is doing way wrong, they are doing good and they're doing perfect and I'm just so pleased with them, and then they start going downhill and they do wrong. I have to change my mind. I can't bless them anymore if they're not following what they need to do. And so, you know what? God doesn't bless them because they were doing wrong. But you know, no matter what we're doing, we know that God is always working behind the scenes to help us do right. And because He's working behind the scenes to do right, we can feel secure that He's going to be our helper. He's going to be our guide. He's our leader. He's our Father. And He does it with love. And because of that, I can always feel secure that even though I might make wrong decisions like Katie cutting her hair, it can all turn out better because God's going to watch out for me. He's going to guide me. He's going to lead me and get me out of my mess. I want you to remember that because none of us are perfect. No nation is perfect. But God is there waiting for you to ask Him for guidance, and He'll be protecting us. Just like He told Jacob, I will go with you and I will protect you. He's protecting us too. Well, it's good to see you. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye.